Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We have a very special unboxing. This is part 2 of a box that I received in from Mr. Eddy. He allowed me to check a couple of knives out from him. I have another box that came from the Knight's Edge. He also had some knives that were loaned to him from Mr. Eddy, and he sent them over to me. So Mr. Eddy would allow me to check those out as well. So we'll get into those, but let's talk about the Bergblades knife today. Does it say what it is? I think I know what it is, but let's take a look. I think this is one I've kind of wanted to check out, and I got to tell you, if it's what I think it is, this may come into my collection. But I wasn't sure. I was on the fence, and to have the chance to check one out, I'm really excited. Okay, nice little cloth. Gotta love that. I love their stuff. Nice little patch. The Mutt. CPM 20CV titanium 2023. So this is the Mutt. My only concern was it might be a little small, and I didn't know if it was too small. So let's take a look at this knife. I'm going to put that off to the side. All right, so here's the Mutt in all its glory. It's got a little oil on there. This is one of those fire anodized. Okay, I like the clip, nice and rounded. That's cool, definitely flexible. Interesting fire anodization. I do like that. It's cool, definitely cool. I would go for the plain titanium, but I like that. All right, so the back spacers are really cool. I like that. The flipper looks really nice. A little jimping on there. Chamfered all the way around. I do like that. Almost rounded. Contoured shape handle. Feels good in the hand now. I've got large hands, right? So, but meaty fingers. So it looks like it might be a full grip. So let's go ahead and do a little flip on there. All right. Hollow grind. Yeah, hollow grind on there. Cool little blade. You sort of can choke up, but it would be more down here. Yeah, it's a little tight. My fingers are too meaty for that choke up. It's cool. It's a little small, and it was as small as I thought it would be. And so I'm grateful to get to check it out, because I think if you got not big meaty fingers, you're going to love this knife, because I think it's really cool. My first impressions is it's everything. I had a Sweeney, and I love the Sweeney. And I thought Bergblade's designs were just phenomenal. Their stuff is great. I enjoyed the Sweeney. It just was a knife I didn't carry because I had too many other knives. And I have a rule. If I don't carry it, you know, it gets a catch and release. Nice cutout here. This is the radius chamfering. Sometimes that works okay. Sometimes I'm not a fan of it. So let's see. Okay, a little tight. It's a little tight on the lock bar. This is not my knife, let's feel this. Okay, it's a little rough here. All right, so it's a little tight on the lock bar. I would definitely be tuning it. Let's see how the fuller works. Can I get in there? The fuller does work. Okay, let's see, where's the detent? Where do I clear the detent? Okay, so there's the detent ball. There's no ramp, so you're right there. So once you get there, you're cleared. Okay, can I open it with the right hand? So small, that's the only problem with a small knife. I can't really access that. Let's see, how about left-handed? Can I get there? Oh boy. Yeah. You can sort of get there, but it's difficult. So I think if you like smaller knives and you got smaller hands, either if you like smaller knives or if you have smaller hands, this is going to be a great knife. You've got big meaty fingers like me, and unless you're totally dig the smaller knife, this will be a challenge. It's definitely already a challenge for me. I'm really appreciative of Mr. Eddy allowing me to check this out. Mr. Eddy, I got to tell you, this is one of those knives I would have probably bought and I would have been immediately catch and release. I would have been a little disappointed because I just can't, I'm already at 3.5 fingers right here. And I can't really choke up because I'm already feeling the edge there on the choil. So this is not really a choke up knife for me. Yeah, it's a little small. That's the thing. If this was just a 1/2 inch, an inch bigger, I'm guessing it's around 7 inches. What we got? 3. Okay, so we're like 6 and 3/8 of an inch, 6 and 5/8 of an inch. So under 7-inch knife. It's a small knife. It's definitely a small knife. Sometimes small knives can work. For instance, my Paramilitary 3 with the RG custom scales definitely works. Definitely works. So, you know, I can dig small knives. This one would need to be tuned, but again, I don't think I can safely use that. And I can certainly not. It seems like it's a little challenging to reverse flick with the left hand, which is disappointing, right? Because I would want to, yeah, that's not just going to work for me. And I can almost flick almost any knife, unless it's super small and hard to reach. But yeah, I can pretty much flick any knife. It is, I will tell you, the quality of the build is ridiculous. It's phenomenal. I love this fire anodized kind of thing they did on the titanium scales. That's really cool. I believe this at 20 CV blade steel. This fuller is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. If I just could get my big meaty fingers in there enough. In the right hand, I can do it, right? Yeah, I can do it in the right hand. I just can't do it with the thumb. No. Okay, so the flipper, the reverse flick works over here. On the right hand, left hand, can I do it? Yeah, I can get in there for that. Okay. I can do the flipper. Okay. Okay, I can sort of get in there, but I just don't know if I can get the... Okay, yeah, this is not going to work for me. Two big meaty fingers, so just keep that in mind. If you are cool with smaller knives and you can work smaller knives with big meaty fingers, this may be for you. I got to tell you, the quality is ridiculous. My first impression on the quality of this knife is outstanding, outstanding. I think we're dealing with T8s. Are we dealing with T8s all the way around, or is it just a pivot? So let's just take a look. I'm curious. Pivot there. Let's see, what about these guys? Yeah, those are T6s for sure. So let's see, T6. Yeah, T6. So it is T6. Interesting. All right. So, I mean, for a smaller knife, that's kind of sometimes understandable. The T6 hardware. It's just, I would love to see T8s all the way around. So, cool little knife. The flipper works really nice. It's got a nice flip there. It looks like you can do the button. Yeah, you can do the light switch really well. That's nice. The action's not quite there yet. I'd definitely put some oil in there for sure. But again, like I said, I think if my wife liked the look of this knife, this would be a perfect size knife for her. It's just a little small for me. A cool, cool knife. Definitely love Bergblades design ethics. I love the Sweeney, the full regular size Sweeney. Now the mini Sweeney, I think I'm going to be in the same boat here. So I would definitely not do the mini Sweeney for sure. I'd definitely be the regular Sweeney. I can tell you there's a steel bar insert. This radius is not too bad. I would tune it because it's a little stiff. After a while, this would become uncomfortable because of that radius milling. I'm not a fan of the radius chamfering. Just not. What I mean by radius, let's zoom in if you want to see what I'm talking about. This is not flat surface. It's kind of like curved in, okay? So it's a curve. And that's what you're seeing right there is that little curve, and it's on both sides. And sometimes that works okay because it gives you enough of a little edge to catch on. You see where the thumb gets on there, and it gets by it. But if it's really tight, then it starts to dig into the fingers, and I find it uncomfortable. All right, since we're up close, let's take a look at that scales. What do y'all think? It's that beautiful back spacer. All has that fire anodized pattern. I think that's cool. And there's a clip on the other side with the lock bar. All right, let's go ahead and flip that open. Let's look at that blade. Nice hollow grind. Beautiful fuller. Love this little drop point. It might be a clip point technically. So there's probably a little clip point right there. That's cool. And on the back side, I love the fuller again. That's nice, right? And let's look at this over here. And I do appreciate a nice rounded clip that works well in the pocket. So very, very cool. Let's zoom out a little bit. Sorry, get out here. All right, so let's take a look at this knife right here. Very cool. I think it's a nice design. Let's look at the back. All right, so this is 89 of 90. Any weight relief? There is some weight relief in there. Yeah, definitely some good weight relief in there. That does help with a knife for sure. So not bad at all. I like that. I think that's pretty stunning, pretty outstanding. So very, very cool little knife. You know, I think it has a lot of potential. I really do. I think it's a knife that some of you guys, if you like the smaller knife, you're really going to dig this. Let me know in your comments down below what you think of this. If you own the knife already and you love it, especially if you've got bigger hands and you love this knife. I'd love to hear that. Love to hear your thoughts on that. I'd be very curious to see where you stand on that. That would very much interest me. To me, it feels initially a little too small for my hands. It just doesn't have places where I can get my fingers, big meaty fingers in. But I love the overall aesthetic. If it was just a little bigger, like 7.5 inches, I think this knife would be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, especially that fuller, the finger choil right there, the beautiful lock bar. It's not super sharp, but it's not super smooth, right? I mean, that's nice. It has been chamfered or softened a bit, so that's nice. You feel no sharp edges. Let's see. Yeah, that little edge has been taken care of as well. Steel bar insert over travel stop. Yeah, very cool. Nice, good jipping up here. That does work well. I think you get a good grip up there. Again, my fingers, I'm over, right? So you're not going to see that. If you have extra large, double extra large hands, I think this is going to be, unless you like a 3-finger grip, this is going to be a small knife. You know, it's up to you whether if you like that or not. So I will let you decide on that. Purely your decision. So yeah, that's my overall first impressions on the knife. I'm very excited to have gotten a chance to check it out. Thank you, Mr. Eddy, so much for letting me check this out, your knife. I do appreciate it. It did allow me to, I think this would definitely have been a catch and release sort of thing. I mean, sometimes I'm wrong after I get to handle it a little bit and I find out, oh no, I really do like this knife. I'm pretty sure I know where I stand on this one, but we're going to do the full review. We're going to, you know, use it here at the desk. I'm going to flick it. I'm going to make sure I get the feel of the ergonomics. Is anything that I notice that jumps out at me as I handle it and look at the knife right? Definitely want to do that. So I will do a full review at that point. Again, it's not going to be hard to use to review it. This is just, it's a loaner knife. They're allowing me to check it out. I'm not going to go out and beat it up and do all sorts of crazy cuts and stuff like this. No. It's a loaner knife, so I'm very grateful to get a chance to check it out, to feel it, to feel the ergonomics, to feel the action on there. And that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm talk about how that will work out. And, you know, who I think the audience, you know, who the target audience for this knife is. I already kind of have an idea on that. So, yeah. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or entertaining, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out the channel. Allows the channel to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to every one of you guys out there who watch the content, who like the content, who subscribe. I really appreciate you guys so very much. And if you if you didn't already, hit that notification button down below so you can be notified of future content as well. And also to all my channel members, a big, huge shout out. Thank you to all you guys. I appreciate you becoming channel members, supporting the channel, and people have been very generous with that lately. So as a result, I do a once a month channel members giveaway. It's usually a very nice knife. I want to make sure it's a good knife. It's not just a little budget knife. And even the budget knives I buy is something I would love to have in my own collection. I just tend to give them away really quickly. So if that sounds interesting to you, I do have a link down in the description on how to become a channel member. I would love to have you. I'd be honored. I would be very appreciative of that. You don't ever feel like you have to be a channel member. Please don't ever feel like that. I only want you if you want to be a member. I would be honored to have you. If you just want to enjoy watching the content, being part of the live stream and all that stuff, that's great. Thank you. Thank you. But if you want to be a channel member, there are 3 different tiers, so I'd love to have you as well. So just know that. I'd be appreciative. Hey, if you found this, if you enjoyed this, maybe also check me out over on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.